Hey guys, Mr. Jaeger here, and welcome back to the front. In the last episode, we did a bunch of things. We basically landed on the planet. Well, we actually nearly took 2 planets in the last episode. Oh no, did we though? No, we did, because we grabbed Sakulamai. So we grabbed the planet of Sakulamai, having spent God knows how long trying to get to it, and then we got it. And then we... or that might have been the episode before, but it doesn't matter. So we basically attacked that, nabbed the planet, gained the advantage, which then resulted in a very heavy space battle amongst Utapau, the largest space battle in our campaign so far.
Unit in production. Vehicle cancelled.
And then, of course, came the very fated... then, of course, came the 2-pronged assault that we launched on Solus Var, which has gone successfully and resulted in us capturing the planet. And the space battle among Iradu, which went really well for Anakin, but unfortunately... we couldn't quite invade fast enough because, unfortunately, the level of shit ton that or of spam that the Confederacy threw at us. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Actually, we'll just cancel that and get a couple of these. Get 4 of these because I don't care. 5 of these. So basically, we're now in the process of re-recruiting stuff to send over to the front lines, trying to figure out a good counter to the enemy fighter spam, because they are literally, you arrive and then you arrive and then you die. It is literally Camino. Oh, it's been a while since Camino. They only got fighters and okay, this is going to prove to be interesting. I'm keeping this battle in. But no, so we're basically having to try and figure out how the fuck we're gonna, keep those guys out, because obviously fighters are a little... The fighters and the walking tanks are kind of the most overpowered section that the Confederacy have, because unless you have an anti-air setup, you can't really take those things down quickly without taking significant damage to yourself in the first place. And those overpowered walking tanks definitely can't be taken out at all by anything unless you've got stuff that it can't shoot at. So, yeah, the only counter that I have is for when there is no air support. But of course, if there's air support, then I'm fucked. So I'm having to figure out now how to deal 2 counters in a single environment with only a limited amount of space and supplies. So I'm thinking maybe deploying the grav tanks to try and do something about those fighters. It may not at all be, it may not actually have anything to do.
Lay down cover fire. Oh, there's gonna be a firefight. Combat isn't close. Okay, Shinies. We've got some work to do until our evac arrives. Take positions. Oh, there's gonna be a firefight. This is what clones do. This clone doesn't lose. Weapons check.
So obviously, knocking out those
General, right away, sir.
knocking out those dudes is going to be kind of essential.
I don't give up. I like the way you think. Minimal casualties. Maximum effectiveness. I don't expect anything less than total destruction. Always leave more droids than clones on the battlefield.
The enemy has
Done.
been defeated.
Okay, so that was a little less exciting. I was expecting them to deploy those things instantly, but apparently not. I'm still keeping the battle in, because stuff. But no, knocking out the garrison on that is essential, I'd say.
Training
Recruiting
troops.
some troops. I might, as I said though, I might construct a few more fighters to potentially counteract. I might recruit a few more. Well, obviously I'm going to recruit a few more
Construction complete.
vehicles. I think what I'll do with this lot is set up Obi-Wan and get him ready to go, because then maybe what we could do is make a move for Alzok. This will prove useful, actually, because then we can maybe wait on Iradu. No, I kind of want to. I don't want to have anyone on the back line, I mean, what we could transfer. We could go for Solist instead. Wouldn't be a bad idea. That way we can, we're still doing something, but we're not actively killing. It's not actually a bad idea, because Solist is, yeah, we'll do that. So once this space sector is more or less defended, we'll get massive fleets to send over to... actually, what we could do is gather up all the ships that we've got, and then send them over to Silo, so that means that people are not going to be all... Hey, what's over there anyway? We need more Venators.
Unit in
It's
production.
expensive, but I want my
Vehicle in
Venators.
production.
I like my Venators, alright? They're very good ships. Right, so you're kind of bulking up.
Get ready, sir.
I mean, I'm building the Juggernauts now, primarily to just
We shall arrive
do
shortly.
something to counteract their spam. But I don't know if we can build that. That's the downside. Utapau, I'm building a few more of these, the grav tanks.
Get ready, sir.
Construction
Make
complete.
a couple more.
Unit
We'll have
in
3 of
production.
those on that line. Cool. And then you can jump onto that,
Yes, sir.
which will then allow us some tactical freedom, which is going to be useful. And then once the fleet's built up a little bit more up here, I'm going to send it over to Silas Varn, which allows us then to build up even more reserves and then send more shit over there. So it's going to kind of all work. I like building stuff and making plans. It's my thing. So now we just need to... How are we doing on that, by the way? How many of these spares? Oh, hello, hello. Right, I'll send these 3, and then
Vehicle
these
cancelled.
these 4 will basically... These 3 will basically replace stuff. I like this
Ready for
plan.
battle, sir. We shall arrive shortly.
Right, you're making your way over there, which is fantastic. I want to kind of have a few more... I keep hearing the frigate ready sign, but I don't see it. God damn it. Or are you getting them? You are getting them. Slowly.
Tactical battle imminent.
Ah, fucking hell. Okay, this one I will skip, because it's the same thing as before. They're not going to do the same thing. And we're back. So, that's them doing that again. Figures. Right, okay. Where is my acclimators? Give me my acclimators, you son of a bitch. Like I'm doing this, but not doing it properly.
Construction complete.
Right, okay, a couple of you... I'd say about 3.
Unit in production.
Okay, Thyfera, you're fine, you don't need to do anything. Right, I think we're strong enough that we can do this now, so...
Construction complete.
Mr. Plo Koon, if... Actually, no, wait, no. No.
We're ready for battle, sir.
need to do stuff. Right, okay, so... Mr. Fleet, if you would like to go down to this thing,
Victory plotted.
and then make your way along. Whatever Venators that get constructed, we'll just send you now down to the front lines, and then I'll have them attack Sullust. Ooh, that's actually a little risky. You know what? I'll get Yoda to do it, and just like I'll get Anakin to jump onto it once we get the chance. So,
Invasion commencing.
okay, so what kind of fleet is that? Fair amount. They do seem to have a large amount of contingent on ground. Oh wait, no. If if memory serves correctly, this planet is loaded with stuff, and yeah, we might be in. This is gonna be a problem. It's like I can do well in space, but I can't do well on the ground because there's nothing really. I've got to counter enemy fighters. But if we can keep moving and knock out the garage, it's going to be a pain, but we'll roll with it. If the map's small enough or large enough, I may lose Yoda again. It's not as it's not much of a problem as the other ones, though. Ooh, no, I tell you what will be a problem. We will need to have a massive... Actually, that's a point. Never mind. If they've got stuff, yeah, right. This is tactically a bit of a problem, because if they don't move their shit, I'm going to have to fight a space battle with a level 5 spaceport. It's nowhere near as dangerous as level 5 spaceport with a Daka, but still. Right, okay.
Ready am I.
Yeah, neutralize that if you can, but I want to try and see if they got any hyper velocities.
You seek Yoda? Ready,
We've
sir.
secured.
Same drill as before. Scrap every clanker you see.
That's the problem.
We've secured a build pad.
Agree, I do.
Shoot that down.
You must.
Construction complete.
Feel the force around you.
Yeah, feel the forces you get.
Twilight will soon be upon you.
Yep. Yeah, we've lost this one. Oh, for God's sake. Right, pause the game just so I can have a little fucking view. I didn't I should have clicked on the do they have a anti everything space thing, but I again forgot to check. Fucking sucks.
Not my kind of mission. I'm heading there now.
Fuck's sake.
Not my kind of mission. I'm in motion.
I do not like this. Try and knock out those things if you can, but I think we're gonna lose this.
Target practice. Aye, aye. I can't take much more.
Right, here we go.
Damage over here. Got it. On it, squad.
We have been defeated.
Yep. The spam is real. Okay. Yeah, we've lost Delta Team as well as Yoda. So they do have a very large presence on this planet, and I, unfortunately, do not have the ability to attack it yet, which fucking sucks.
Constructing.
I mean, as long as we keep building this thing, we'll be fine. Also,
Construction complete.
I want to recruit. We are getting some ground stuff.
Training troops.
Do we have Daka Daka already? Please tell me we have Daka Daka. Daka Daka is in place, and we do have a garrison force, so... it's annoying as shit, because I know for a fact they probably have a shitload of troops there. And Iradu is the... Oh, for God's sake. Really? Can you not? I'd love to just... Pause the recording.
But I found it. I always find it.
Do I pause? Yeah, he's gonna sit down.
Dan Smith! You bastard! How could you?
Okay, you caught me, but can you blame me? It's just so sweet and tempting.
You're sick. You should be in jail.
Oh, come on, you're overreacting. Roger does it too.
Yeah, I've stuck my fingers in there. Guess I'll go get some new popcorn.
You all know Bill, right?
I stand, Francine.
Wait, so that was Bill upstairs? Oh, you were just making out with a man who looks exactly like your father.
I felt the same way at first. Stay the hell out of my love life!
But dadgum these swabs!
Hard
I
contact.
dumped a salad on Bill.
We're ready for battle, sir.
He was cool about it, and we got to talking. Turned out we had a
We're
lot
ready
in
for battle,
common.
sir. Understood, sir.
We went on a few dates, and now I don't even see the resemblance
Heads up.
to Dad.
Droids inbound.
Ew! Stan,
Never
do
again.
something!
We've secured a build pad.
We'll follow you anywhere, sir.
The
Clones
enemy
keep the
has been
strap
defeated.
merchants busy. Let's go.
And we're back. Okay, so... Trying to figure out the way to crack one of these guys is going to be a problem. Definitely going to be a problem. Again, really should have thought about using Yoda's Can I See Everything before we jump onto attacking that plane. Because if there's no presence of Daka Daka, I'll just launch the space assault. But we'll still be having the same problem as before, where the enemy will have this overwhelming... I have, like, a shit ton
Tactical
of...
battle imminent.
Where? Oh, Bestine. Shit, okay. Well, this is going to be the same thing as before, because, you know, level 5 space station with the Venator. So, again, we'll see you after this break. We're not going to get anywhere, are we? Okay, so we're back, and Bestine is safe for the time being. So now comes the point of querying return. What do we do about Iradu, or what do we do about things? We do have an invasion fleet. We just need to launch an attack with it and effectively do effective damage with it. I think we're just going to have to keep attacking, and then eventually it will crack. Because that's the issue, is that if we don't get to crack the enemy like defenses, we're going to basically suffer this issue of not quite being able to do as much damage as everyone was hoping it would, thus resulting in us losing and suffering even more damage. It's a real bitch of a task, I'll be honest with you. But yeah, like I'll probably try and get the grav tanks to come down as soon as possible, and maybe try and set up some kind of anti-air defense. But the issue is the moment those tanks, or the moment we get any troops on the ground, those air vehicles are just going to spam the ever-loving Christ out of us, and we don't know if they're building those things over there as well. So we'll have to see. But I am determined to land and secure these planets. That is definitely a thing, because we have to. It's not a matter of a choice. It's literally, we have to do this. If the enemy loses shits... shits? Yeah, shits. If the enemy loses ships... Right, pause.
Choose your reinforcements.
Grav tanks. And another transport truck.
Sir, yes, sir.
And... There's no anti... Yeah, they have shit over there as well. And there's their other stuff. Right, I'm gonna try and do the grabs. We're gonna try and grab tank spam.
Sir, yes, sir.
Alright.
At maximum
Go, go, go.
capacity.
We've got company, General.
We've secured a build pad. Turret constructing.
Be observant. We're in enemy territory. It's gonna be a tough job to dig them all out. His droids are done for. Right away, General.
Right, the main aim for this battle is to neutralize the ground, is to neutralize the air assets that the enemy have.
Copy that. Yes, General. Our position is secure.
Choose your reinforcements.
We do our job well. Oh, there's gonna be a firefight. Watch the rear. This'll be quick. Watch for friendlies. Copy that, General.
Literally all I can do is just spam the ever-loving Christ out of stuff.
Choose your reinforcements.
Sir, yes, sir.
Unit
Yes, General.
destroyed.
Copy that.
Unit destroyed. Choose your reinforcements.
Combat is a clone's natural element. We're ready for battle.
Unit destroyed. Choose
GG.
your reinforcements.
We're proud to serve you, General.
Unit
Prepare to engage the
destroyed.
enemy.
Oh, good lord, the amount of spam.
Destroyed. Reinforcements cancelled.
Ah, please tell me we destroyed a few of their ships. No. Fuck.
Frigate ready, sir.
How do you destroy that? Like, we've lost a shit ton of stuff instantly. I mean, yeah, technically we can just rebuild these
Vehicle
things
in
over there.
production.
But it's still annoying that we can't quite crack the
Vehicle
defenses.
in production.
And they can just spam these things. Again, the spam is real.
Calculating trajectory.
You have to find out a way of cracking that defense. Like, if there's a unit that can just easily look up and shoot, that'll do me, but I don't think there is. I mean, what can we build planet side
Construction
that's
complete.
close? See, Utapau. What do we have over here? Is it worth shooting these things? They've got Light Walker. No protective thing for the driver. What about you?
Construction
Twin
complete.
Blaster. You know what? We'll roll with these.
Vehicle cancelled.
We'll build
Later
these.
ready, General.
Oh,
Ready
good.
for battle, sir.
Right, you can build that, and I'm going to start experimenting with these things. If we can spam the ground with these things,
We're ready for battle,
maybe that might do something. Like, I want to try and neutralize as much of their air presence as
Vehicle
possible.
in production.
We are also, though, going to have to build a few of those AU6 rollers. Rolling Thunders, I should call them. Yeah, the Rolling Thunders. Right.
Constructing unit.
If you happen to know,
Unit
if you're wondering
in
why I call them
production.
Rolling Thunders, well, just reference a certain anime. I'm going to give you a hint. It's volleyball.
Frigate ready,
That's probably like anyone who's actually seen it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fuck off from Camino. Okay, so another waste of 43 seconds. And we're back. So, these guys have a major hard-on, and I can't stop them. Oh my god, if we can just break the fucking deadlock here, it would be awesome. And then we can recruit stuff like the 212th, 41st, 442nd, like just shitloads of troops.
Construction
Which
complete.
potentially, if we spawn them in, could shoot down the fighters really quickly. But now
Vehicle
we're
in
experimenting with
production.
this production, which
Unit in
I don't
production.
know if it's gonna work. This is the thing. Like, I talk about this, like, I'm
Vehicle
gonna
in
start
production.
spamming the ever-loving Christ out of these, but if we can start building these up, that's actually not a bad idea.
Constructing unit.
Like, maybe spamming is all we can do.
Unit in production.
So, like, basically we just build our reserves up of, like, shit. I do what the enemy does best. Which is rather sadly ironic, isn't it? That you I resort to spam tactics, but that may just be the only way we can effectively counter whatever the fuck these guys have.
Unit in production.
Because it's just really frustrating how I can't do a single thing against their freaking accursed, to a degree, overpowered setup.
Ready for battle, sir.
No.
Ready for
Actually, yeah,
battle, sir.
I have a couple of
We're ready for
those.
battle, sir.
Vehicle
We're ready for
in
battle, sir.
production.
Are you ready for battle? No? Okay. Now, this may seem a little desperate, but let's face it, it
Ready
is.
for battle, sir.
Unit in production.
How many you got
Ready
left?
for battle, sir.
Right, I think we'll... if I can spam enough of these things over by
We're ready for battle, sir. Copy that. Sir, yes, sir. We're ready for battle, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Good.
Right, what's going on
Ready,
Utapau?
sir. We're ready for
Utapau
battle,
doesn't
sir.
have that. I might send the fleet to defend Utapau for a
Ready
while.
for battle, sir.
Silas Varn needs to be constructed more because
Building started.
Silas Varn. It's only a level 4 space. Until it's a level 5 space station, I do not want it to be left unguarded.
We're ready for battle, sir.
Right, so we are going to be able to spam up a little bit. It is so spamming. Like,
Ready
oh
for
my
battle, sir.
goodness, it is spamming.
We're ready
But
for battle,
that
sir.
is the downside of having... Right, I'm going to have those... I have one more build up, and then I will...
Understood, sir.
Tactical battle imminent.
Oh, fuck. Ah. Utapau, what have they got? Well, it's a level 5 space station. I've got 4 Venators, 12. Jesus Christ. 12 victory stars, but they have 8 fucking... I don't know. I don't like this. Utapau hasn't been defended in a while. I might need to send Plo Koon back to defend it. I think we may have to permanently keep at least one, or at least for the time being, keep one space station or space fleet watching over that, which could be a problem. We're keeping this one in, by the way, but it's just a bit of a problem because obviously I want to make progress, and it's already coming up for too late to record time, so it's going to be a bit of an awkward moment. I think it's really awkward because like I really want to try and make progression, but I can't, and it sucks majorly. There we go.
Space station under attack.
All right.
Long range scanner destroyed.
Lovely. Don't even get the ability to use my long range scanner.
Progress.
Plotting course. Scanners are picking up droids everywhere. Keep it tight and keep the soft shell safe.
Kind of tighten up the defenses if you can. You head over that way. You head that way. Hello. Good to see you here. Looks like Utapau is shaping up to be the place where we all duke it out. But at least now we have the benefits of a level 5 space station. Could have done with this earlier in the about a couple of episodes ago, but that's okay. As long as we can, as I said, now that we've got a level 5 space station, we're just going to get even more benefits from the said level 5 space station. Right, where's my arc wings? Right, there we go.
Reinforcements en route.
Swinging around. Get him off me. Contact. I'm with you. Pushing forward. Breaking on. We've got a problem here. We need help out of it. I have visual contact.
Hey guys, want to do your job?
Your orders, General.
Reinforcements en route.
We can't proceed to my destination.
Right, let's start pushing through. At least this time, at least they don't have as many points. But again, the enemy are beginning to overwhelm our spams. Right, start hunting for targets. See if that actually works. I'd like to know if it does. Like, does the hunt for targets thing actually work, or does it not? Because, like, they basically spread out to look for targets, which is the thing that we need them to do. But does it mean that they don't focus on important things like knocking out the fighters or knocking out the shield generators or... The hell? Ooh. Yeah, you guys...
I read you, General. Ready to take them out. Yes, General. Contact. Cut the chatter.
I've got my approach vector. Got one. Vector set.
Right, let's start some you over there.
Got one. Vector set.
Okay, you've lost your shield generator. Knock out that guy's shield generator.
Vector set. I've got my approach vector.
I said last episode that we were in the... We'd, like, progressed through the stages of, like, the middle, like, the early, and we'd gone through the, sort of, the middle, and now we were on the beginning of the latter stage of the game. And I still feel we are on the latter stages of the game. But the issue, of course, is that everyone... Fortunately, that means now that we've concentrated our efforts down here, so will the enemy. So now we have to deal with that. And I'm not liking that. The enemy just will not give a single ground without fucking fighting tooth and nail for it. This has probably been the most rollercoastery campaign I've been on. It's like we get some really good, satisfying success, and then it then progresses into mind-bogglingly annoying. Oh, good shit, good shit. We then get some like mind-bogglingly annoying moments. Right, arc fighters, you are to neutralize that shield generator. Right, you guys, neutralize that shield generator. Reinforcements?
Choose your reinforcements.
Right, but I do get the spawn thing. But imagine if we can get Victory Star Destroyers as at a level 5 space station. That would be lovely.
Reinforcements en route.
Still claim that the Acclimator is the most awesome... not claim. I will still state that the Acclimator is the most awesome of the ships. It's the MVP of the game for me. Like, the Venator does... The like for capital ships, it's, you know, you can say, oh, you know, the Venator's really shit, or like, you know, the Acclimator doesn't do as much damage. It's just a little. It's a fighter platform that has a decent shield, that has the ability to counter a variety of low to mid-tier ships. You know, it has the shield ability, which means it buffs its shield, which means it lasts longer. It has the ability to deploy a variety of decent fighters. I mean, the V fighters, yeah, they're not exactly great, but they do a damn good job of knocking shit out. Oh god, no.
Choose your reinforcements.
So it's like there are
En route.
so many benefits to utilizing the Acclimator. Yes, the big default is the fact that it doesn't have a lot of health to call upon it. You guys focus on that. There's my... But it's served me in the past so well that it just you know? Just Right. Push up towards here, shall we? Right, they're about to go bye-bye, so I need you to move over there.
En route.
Right, if you guys can move out and neutralize that thing's... Knock out that shield generator. Fantastic. Right, neutralize that shield generator.
Vector set. I've got my approach vector.
I mean, look, this thing's standing up to a Lucra Hulk, and it's like, hey, how you doing?
Reinforcements en route.
Countering resistance.
Choose your reinforcements.
I've got my approach vector.
I have visual, sir. I'm with you. I have visual. Just a scratch, sir. I've got a big...
Stay in formation.
I've got a big... Mark 12 at point 26. I have fighter support.
Right, we are unfortunately taking some serious casualties, however, which I'm not liking. Right. You knock out the shield generator? Fantastic. Right, knock out that thing's, knock out that thing's there. Knock out things over there. What have you got over here? I'm seeing shit that needs to go to the north, because it needs to go in the north. Right. Good shit, good shit. He's knocked his engines out. Right, you go at that thing's engines over there. Right, these corvettes. Not exactly useful, but they're not bad. I mean, they are higher on my useful list because, well, they were... who else would be the ones to guide Daka. But, you know... Right, you guys make your way over towards that acclimator? Yes, acclimator. Beautiful, beautiful. Push up that way if you can. Where is that? Ah, shit. It's not even in the fucking battlefield, is it? That's cheating.
Reinforcements en route.
Yeah, that's not fair. I will call not fair on that one. But we did destroy 7. So that is going to have to be something. And we destroyed a large contingent of their thing. Right, I'm going to transfer the Venators that were constructed to the front because they need to be on the front.
Tactical battle imminent.
And again, fucking Camino. Alright, we're back. So, the spam of those things is surprisingly not large. I suppose we're actually forming them up now, aren't we?
Copy that. We're ready for battle.
Taking a while, but there we go. Right, we'll see how if that's going to be enough. Like, the spam of these things is real because of just how much we need to... It's stupid, but if this works, then it won't be exactly considered stupid, is it? Right, how are we doing?
We're ready for battle, sir. Copy that.
Right. On Hoth, how is one doing?
Building started.
We're ready for battle, sir.
Right. Those two will be the defensive things. You guys will form up over there. Right, so we are unfortunately taking forever to do this sort of thing, but, you know, in the terms of my recording session, it's taking forever because we constantly have to stop because of those fucking things. But I think we're almost in position to launch another attempt at knocking out Iradu's defense thing. And I think our initial attack force is probably going to have to be the 16. That's how much we've got. That's how much we got. That's how it's crazy. Iradu, duo. Okay. I'll send some more out there. I'll even get another one of those things on.
We're ready for battle, sir.
Right, cool.
We're ready for battle, sir.
Right, if you make your way down south and go to like the mid one in case we try to do something. Right, let's go. I want to try and attack this and try and capture Iradu relatively quickly. Because if we can capture this planet, we can then set up a decent defensive position. And then I will... and also, I'll then never have to worry about attacking this planet ever again. It's annoying that we lost this planet to begin with. I should have spent more resources in defending it, but, well, we didn't go down here for so long. I was so preoccupied on the eastern front that I never really thought about the southern front. I imagine this series would be a little shorter if I ever thought about going to the southern front. But then, something may have occurred on the eastern front, or the central front. So, you know, it's to each their own, I think, is the big one. But if we can grab this and secure our resources, then... or secure this perimeter, then I can actually feel a little bit more confident in A, attacking Sullust, and B, securing the western flank. Then eventually we can start screwing over the rest of the Confederacy with what we've got. But
Invasion
yeah.
commencing.
Okay, so again, we launched this attack. We're probably going to end up taking a load of casualties, but
Choose your reinforcements.
no, stop.
Check your weapons. We've got incoming.
Right,
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
At maximum
Can I
unit
assist you?
capacity.
Well, they're fucked, so let's just...
Never surrender. What are we waiting for? Be observant. We're in enemy territory. It's gonna be a tough job to dig them all out. Shot.
Unit
One kill.
destroyed.
Let's show these clankers. Proud to serve you, General.
Like, please tell me that we can at least destroy them.
These droids ain't done nothing deadly other than
Unit
learn behind the
destroyed.
trigger.
Unit destroyed. Unit
Sir,
destroyed.
yes, sir.
Unit
Crease.
destroyed. Unit
General.
destroyed. We've lost a build pad.
Sir, yes, sir. Launch that crossfire. Suppressing fire. Triangulate your crossfire.
Choose your reinforcements.
Yes,
Literally just spam the ever-loving Christ
Unit
out of these things, and with the vain hope that we could basically
Unit
just slowly but surely neutralize these fucking aerial threats.
Roger that, sir.
destroyed. Choose your reinforcements. Unit
It's
destroyed.
gonna be a firefight. Weapons check.
Unit
With pleasure.
destroyed.
Copy that. Copy that, General.
Choose your reinforcements.
Sir, yes, sir.
I probably should have built 20 of these fucking things, because they're already taking a fucking shit ton of damage.
Destroyed. Unit destroyed.
These things are at least quick to deploy.
Sir, yes, sir.
I say quick to deploy, you know what I mean.
Get 'em, boys.
Unit
Losing
destroyed.
is not an option.
Unit
Prepare to engage the
destroyed.
enemy. You're not gonna like the outcome. Just like in basic training.
Unit
Right,
destroyed.
we're destroying them slowly.
Destroyed.
Sir,
We're
yes,
running
sir.
low on those vehicles, which sucks ass.
We're ready for battle, sir.
But there you go.
Right away, General. Let's move on.
Unit
Seventies better
destroyed.
make some more droids.
Never had so much unit destroyed bullets.
Destroyed.
Launch the
Oh my god, the casualties are real.
This is what
Unit
clones do.
destroyed.
Please tell me that there's more. Sorry, less than now.
Unit
We didn't start
destroyed.
this fight. Sir, yes, sir. Finish it. We'll follow you
Unit
anywhere, sir.
destroyed.
Clones keep the scrap merchants
Unit
busy.
destroyed. Unit
We're gonna
destroyed.
regret doing this, but
Sir, yes, sir. We're proud to serve you, General.
just
May
destroy
all
some of these
Unit
things.
destroyed.
Excellence. Our position is secure. Right away, General. The only good clanker is a wrecked clanker. We do our job well. Oh, there's gonna be a
Choose
firefight.
your reinforcements.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm thinking this strategy is kind of working.
Better make some more
Destroyed.
droids. General, this'll be quick.
It's sort of working.
Unit
Yes, General.
destroyed. Choose your reinforcements.
Sir, yes,
Unit
sir.
destroyed. Reinforcements cancelled.
Sir, yes, sir.
Unit destroyed.
16 fucking of those things.
Unit destroyed.
Sir, yes, sir.
Unit
Our position is
destroyed.
secure. Always leave more droids than clones on
Unit
the battle.
destroyed.
Combat is a
Unit
clone's
destroyed.
natural element. We do our job well. We can take these rust
Unit
buckets.
destroyed.
We're ready for battle,
Unit
sir.
destroyed.
Copy that. Roger
There's
that,
only a
sir.
few of those things left now.
Destroyed.
Slowly going our way.
Reinforcements cancelled. Unit destroyed.
Sir, yes, sir. Copy that, General. Understood,
Unit
General.
destroyed.
These droids are
Unit
done. Yes,
destroyed.
General. We're proud to serve you, General. Sir, yes, sir.
Maximum unit capacity.
Position is secure. You can't negotiate with droids.
Unit
We do our
destroyed.
job well.
Choose your reinforcements. Unit destroyed.
Oh, there's gonna be a right away,
Unit
General.
destroyed.
Seventies better make some more droids. This'll be quick.
Unit
Yeah, I
destroyed.
think we've run out of hope now. I'd say cancel the attack.
Watch for friendlies. Copy that. Roger that, sir. Copy
Come on, a little bit more, a little more.
Do it, General.
We have been
Ah,
defeated.
fuck. They have spammed us hard, but we've destroyed a lot of their stuff. Check it out. 5 HMP air wings. Not really a great trade. Again, will not deny that. But considering the fact that they used to have a lot more, I would consider that actually okay.
We're ready for battle, sir.
I'll spam these things because I can construct them. I want to be as quick as I can with these
Vehicle in
things.
production. Vehicle in production. Unit in production.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir,
Even
yes,
if I have
sir.
to spam the shit vehicles, it's like, let's have some kind of benefit to it. So
Constructing
construct
unit.
a few more of those. Constructing these will be very useful actually, because
Construction complete. Vehicle in production.
how are we doing on construction? We're
Beginning
doing all that.
construction.
Nice.
We're ready for
Ah,
battle.
better still,
complete.
we've now got the 5 we need. And I'm thinking we can also begin to kind of relax.
Vehicle in production.
Oh shit.
We're ready for battle, sir.
Okay. One
Sir,
more.
yes, sir.
Once more into the breach, I would say. So it's going to be a bit of a spam fest, but if we can knock out those, if we've knocked out those 5 air wings, then maybe, just maybe, we can turn the tide and slowly but surely, like if we have any of those, if we knock out all the Tempest air wings, we can then completely, like once all those air wings are knocked out, I can deploy the transport ships, which will then allow us to destroy all of their overpowered vehicles, which then allows us to actually gain foothold on the place. If we can gain a foothold and begin to counter whatever they've got, then I think we're in a good position. It's just getting to that point where we can construct those things to allow us to gain that position. Because, good lord, the amount of annoying, how annoying that it
Invasion
is.
commencing.
But we are reducing their invasion, like their army size. Just wish we could see what was on the ground. If we knew what was on the ground, I think we'd be fine. And then grabbing that will be...
Choose your reinforcements.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
Sir, right away. Moving ahead.
Heading
Heading
out,
out,
sir.
sir.
We've got
I'm
incoming.
here. Ready to help. Yes, sir.
Well, the people of this planet are very loyal.
Battle isn't over. The day
Like-
won't come when the droid army can outfight us without a 10-to-1 advantage. Please. One shot, one kill. Let's show these clankers what we can do.
Choose your reinforcements.
Nothing deadlier than a clone behind the trigger. Creasebow those clankers.
Unit destroyed.
Watch that crossfire.
Unit
Suppressing
destroyed.
fire. Triangulate your crossfire.
We've lost
Yes,
a
General.
build.
Flanking positions.
Choose your reinforcements.
Sir, yes, sir.
Unit destroyed. Unit
Sir, yes, sir.
destroyed.
Watch the rear.
Unit
General.
destroyed.
Nothing deadlier than a clone behind the trigger. It's a clone's natural element. Yes, General. Right away, General. Combat is a clone's natural element. Firefight.
Oh, there's not as many of them as before.
Proud to serve you,
I'm
General.
not seeing many more of those fighters. It may just be that these things are the last.
Unit destroyed.
Like, this thing is all about knocking out those fighters. We knock out the last of these fighters, I can deploy... Right.
Reinforcements.
Risking it for a biscuit.
Reinforcements cancelled.
I'm not seeing any fighters anymore. Ah, there's wait, one.
Reinforcements
Knock it out, knock it out, knock it out.
Nothing deadlier than a clone.
Gone. Okay.
destroyed. Reinforcements
Re-
cancelled.
Risking it for a biscuit.
Unit destroyed.
Come on. Let me deploy you. There we go.
Watch the rear. Copy that. Stay.
Concentrate your fire on that one.
Destroyed. Choose your reinforcements.
Sir, yes, sir.
Maximum unit capacity.
Hopefully these things aren't going to get instantly
Enemy
destroyed.
engage the enemy. We're ready for
Unit
battle, sir.
destroyed.
Copy that, General. Okay, here we go. Watch the rear.
Here we go, boys.
Do it, General. Never give.
Unit
Okay, so we lost that sadly, but we've now built the counters.
We'll follow you anywhere, sir.
We can now counteract these dudes.
unit destroyed.
Clones keep the scrap merchants busy. We're proud to serve you, General.
Unit destroyed.
Right, we'll have to use these things to act as meat shields, but that is more than fine.
Destroyed.
The only good clanker is a wrecked clanker.
Right, they're over spamming, but we've got the ability to counteract their stuff. And finally, we've got fucking troops to land onto.
Right away, General.
Unit
Right away, General.
destroyed.
Sir, yes, sir.
Maximum unit capacity.
Our position
Right,
is
they are
secure.
beginning to target our vehicles, so we have to double down now.
Right away, sir. We do our job well. You can't negotiate with droids. This battle isn't over until we've scrapped the last.
Here we go, boys.
Sir, yes, sir. Copy that, General. Move out. Good.
There we go. We've finally broken the fucking ground surface. So this may just have to be the style of battle we fight, where we literally spam the ever-loving Christ out of the Juggernaut vehicles and the lower quality vehicles.
General. Never surrender. On it, sir. One shot, one kill.
Right, you guys all need to blow them up.
Understood, General.
But this is the counter.
Let's go.
This is my counter to those overpowered vehicles. They can't target me after a certain range, and I get to do this to them. Like, they come up, they try and shoot, they all die. This is my method. It's not the best method.
Bombing run available.
It certainly isn't the most effective method. Fuck it. Drop the bombs. Drop the pain! Oh, this is going to be delicious. Oh! Nice. Good effective hit. Not really doing a lot of damage, but enough. But look at that. All these overpowered vehicles. Against all these things. Oh. This is satisfying. Like, we suffered lots of casualties to get to this point, but I am happy that we got to this point, because good lord. A little bit, you know, silly that we're having this much, but hey, it's working. Holy shit. Like, I don't want to move them any closer in case they attract the attention of those things and stuff starts getting to be shot down, but there you go, my counter.
Right away, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
Right.
Move out.
I think it's safe to start deploying ground vehicles.
At maximum unit capacity.
I think we do. I think it's safe.
Good. Understood, sir.
Right, so yeah.
Combat is a close.
We did
natural
it.
element. Nothing deadlier
Now
than
we got to
one
neutralize
bomb
the
that
shield
Let's
generator,
go.
which is unfortunately... No, there's more of them. And there was me thinking we were in the clear.
You're not gonna like the outcome. Just like in basic training.
Right. Thank fuck for these lats. I'll be honest with you, these lats are probably going to be like the most annoying things to me if I ever do a Confederacy campaign, because oh my god. Ooh, that's a point. Hey Anakin, and
outmatched. This should be interesting.
Understood, sir. General.
right, you keep an eye on that flank. I don't want them getting anywhere close. Right, vehicle, you can chill here.
Bombing run
Anakin
available.
Skywalker goes to capture that point. Thank you very much,
Faster
Anakin.
than we can destroy 'em.
We've secured an abandoned sensor array.
Fantastic. Right, bombing run. You knock out that thing over there, which means we can basically, we liberate the base.
The enemy base shield is
Yes,
offline.
General.
Right, that's it. That's the day done. We've won. GG.
Right away, General.
All this pain and suffering for that. And they didn't even build any sort of
Sound
replacement.
modules available.
I mean, I'm glad that they didn't build any. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That is legit it. So we lost 7 AT-PT walkers, a Juggernaut, 2 saber tanks for 11. Jesus Christ. But
Planetary control achieved.
planetary
Building
control
started.
has in fact been achieved. And better still, oh, he's stuck. Oh, that's not good. Right. I need them to leave. I don't... Obi-Wan. Maybe if we pull out the entire garrison.
Constructing.
There we go. There we go, that's a little safer. Okay, so Okay, so Anakin, you're in control of that fleet now. Obi-Wan... Right, I want Cody to defend this place, because Cody.
We're ready for battle,
I
sir.
want this group to defend.
We're ready for battle, sir.
I want
We're
one...
ready for battle, sir. We're ready for battle, sir.
two... I want you two to defend as well. Yeah. And then you guys are going to go defend... go back over to there. So... That's going to be the counter then. If Solist has... yeah, so that's the thing. But we've done it. Huzzah. We've finally done it. Unfortunately, it's not as awesome as perhaps we were initially hoping, but you know what? That's fine. That's fine by me. So anyway, that's going to also be the end of our episode, because I imagine, although unfortunately it's not quite an hour probably, it is over an hour for me, and it's also very late at night. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you like this kind of content, let me know in the comment section down below, clicking on the like button, and of course subscribing to the channel. So the next tough nut to crack will probably be the Battle of Sullust, though partly I want to rebuild my armies, rebuild my navies, and potentially send in Delta Team once again. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to have to send them to suicide, because I want to know... Well, I could... Actually, what I could do is just, like, launch the attack, and if I don't immediately get hit by a load of warnings saying that the hypervelocity cannons are shooting, I'll probably stay and fight. But this will, of course, require 2 Republican fleets with a shitload of stuff, so... Yeah, money is going to be flowing right from my grasp right out the window. But hey, that's the whole point of this war. It's not to have a lot of money, it's to have a lot of soldiers fighting for you. So... With that said, thank God there's no upkeep, and I will hope to catch you guys next time. This is Mr. Jaeger, signing out.